Is a better way. And I told you so, and I will see you here someday. We'll keep on flying. Don't stop trying. 'Cause each time you wonder, each time you wonder, 'cause each time I wonder. World Pacific and Sports News, Kirana Hamilton. Chilean President Nicolas Maduro has rejected an ultimatum by several European countries urging him to hold a general election within 8 days. The EU countries said otherwise they would recognise the Speaker of Parliament, Juan Guaido, as interim president. Turkish language station CNN Turk.
Europa ha tenido una posición insolente, insostenible, impresentable.
Europe has adopted an insolent, unsustainable and indefensible position. They must withdraw their ultimatum. No one will impose an ultimatum on us. Venezuela, they might as well leave straight away. Venezuela will carry on, as thankfully we don't depend on European money.
The translated words of Nicolas Maduro. The US and more than 20 other countries have recognized Mr. Guaido as interim leader, accusing Mr. Maduro of rigging last year's presidential election. Almost 70 people have died in the Indonesian island of Sulawesi and nearly 7 after floods, landslides and a tornado battle in which heavy rains caused the dam to overflow. More than 5,000 homes have been submerged, scores of bridges, schools and places of worship are damaged, and thousands of acres of rice paddies are destroyed. The Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has fired his country's ambassador to China. John McCallum had made controversial comments about an extradition case. At the request of the US has angered China and soured Canada's relations with Beijing. Ms. Meng, who is Huawei's chief financial officer, is accused by the US of evading tax. While Tonga's partially restored phone and internet services are a director of Tonga Cable Limited related to and hopes the severed cables can be repaired in a week. People have been on social media and wanting an ice cream to social media users.
If it's come sections, banking transactions, airline transactions and stuff like that, to allow essential service, like I said, it does not really.
Solomon Islands police said they are still to recover the bulk of the money stolen from 2 Asian businessmen traveling to Talangi from Guadalcanal. The robbers had about $1,000 in cash. The police set upon when the skipper of the boat they were traveling offered the men from Nella have been charged with robbery. Mr. Varley says his staff are still trying to
recover. Investigations are ongoing. We are find this robbery and whether or not there was more suspicious circumstances at play as to how this robbery took place.
The police commissioner in Solomon Islands, Matthew, based in Vanuatu, says people are suffering. Thousands of former Ambai residents remain in temporary settlements on Santo in often flimsy and leaky tents. Kevin Kapalu from World Vision Vanuatu says some of the materials for homes have already been damaged by use during 2015 Cyclone Pam. He says nearly 6 months after the mass evacuation, thousands of people are still vulnerable and at risk.
And there would be apple wet.
Organizations are dismayed to find out that a plan to the compensation law for test victims was quietly all last year. It has emerged that in the Finance Act passed in France in the week before Christmas, provision of negligible exposure for compensation claimants was included. This is against the for the reference to negligible risk to be removed. That big widespread clamour been thrown out. The head of the Moruroa Tatu organisation, Roland Oldham, has told the public compensated test victims and now is playing for time. Father August Webb there is a call in French Polynesia to act on the Opa, who died in 1977. Last year, 94